I'm not going to pretend I've always been the good guy. I've done things in my past that I shouldn't have, things I never got caught for. The closest I ever came was years ago when I was dating a girl and decided stupidly to go on a date with her cousin the very same night. We had spent the afternoon together, laughing, talking, acting like a normal couple. Then I turned around and made plans with her cousin for later. I was just pulling out of my street when girl number one pulled up. My heart dropped, but I played it off. I made up some story, she believed it, and I drove off to my second date like nothing happened. She found out later, of course. Her cousin couldn't keep a secret. But the strange part? She wasn't even mad. Maybe she expected it. Maybe she didn't care. Or maybe she just didn't love me enough for it to hurt. I didn't think much of it at the time. I chalked it up to being young, reckless, and selfish. But life has a way of circling back. Years later, I caught my ex-wife on her first date after we separated. And that one cut differently. And I was trying to keep our family together, trying to believe her when she said there was nobody else. Even our marriage counselor told me she wouldn't have time to see someone. Everyone kept telling me to trust her, to stop overthinking, to stop assuming the worst. But when people tell you to go with your gut, they're usually right. One night, I was painting at my business. She told me she was cleaning and packing at the house she'd been staying in after moving out. She said the kids were at her parents'. Something about the whole thing felt off. So I drove to the house. As I pulled up to the end of the driveway, another car pulled in. 2 doors opened, 2 doors closed. And there they were, her and a man I'd never seen before. I stepped out of the shadows and said, "Hi." It felt like the opening scene of a Lifetime movie, the kind where you already know the ending won't be happy. We talked. She told me he was just a friend. She said she was only dropping him off after she changed clothes. She said nothing happened, but they slept together after I left. I know because we passed each other on the road 3 hours later. And eventually, she admitted it. First the kissing, and then the rest. A few days later, while she was at the house, I looked through her phone. I saw the texts. I saw the truth. I got his information. And I let his wife know what was going on. In the end, we all ended up divorced. Funny how that works. I once hurt someone without consequences. Years later, I became the one standing in the driveway, watching the person I loved step out of a car with someone else. Life doesn't always punish you directly. Sometimes it just lets you feel the same pain you once caused. And that's a lesson I'll never forget.